Hello, hello. Welcome back to Let's Talk Entertainment News. So, have you heard this big stink being made over the last few days about the audio, the dialogue in The Brutalist, about the use of AI? Well, everybody's talking about it, and the director has tried to clarify his position on what it all means, what do they do, and I want to talk about it. I don't think it's much of a big deal. I think it's a bit of a nothing burger, but I think it leads into some interesting topics and conversation that we're certainly going to have to tackle in the coming years as movie fans. I think that behind the scenes a couple of years ago in all of these strikes, many of the actors guilds and different guilds in Hollywood, I think they dealt with a lot of this, but we're going to deal with it for ourselves and see if we can't solve the entertainment industry's problem in just a moment. But before we do, we're trying to get to 5,000 subscribers. We'd hope to be there before the end of 2024. We did not make it. We need about 50 or so more of you to please hit that subscribe button. And while you're at it, hit the alert bell, like, comment, send supers, or become a member for $2.99 a month. If you become a member, we'll show you some of our videos, some of our releases a little bit earlier than everyone else gets them. And if you do comment, keep it friendly, keep it on topic, don't make it personal. We're trying to build a friendly community for everyone where we don't feel antagonized. You feel antagonized everywhere you go these days. Everybody's so angry and disagreeable, and I think that we can create a place where we don't have to deal with all of that shit. All right, then. Hopefully OBS works a little bit better this time. I actually recorded this video earlier this morning and it did not work out well. So the Brutalist director issues statement on movies AI usage. After successfully winning 3 major awards at the recent Golden Globe Awards, A24's period drama The Brutalist is currently facing some backlash due to its AI usage. It has been revealed that the creative team used AI tools from Ukrainian specialist Respeecher to enhance lead stars Adrien, Brody, and Felicity Jones' Hungarian dialogue in the film. Scrolling down just a little bit further here, following the backlash, the director has officially issued a statement to address the movie's AI usage, revealing that the technology was only utilized during the editing of the Hungarian language dialogue. Since making its theatrical debut, the film has received a certified fresh rating on Rotten Tomatoes. Adrien and Felicity's performances are completely their own. They worked for months with dialect coach to perfect their accents. Innovative Respeecher technology was used in Hungarian language dialogue editing only, specifically to refine certain vowels and letters for accuracy. No English language was changed. The first place that I ever heard of Respeecher was in Star Wars. I believe they used it both to modify the dialogue of an aging James Earl Jones in, I guess, Obi-Wan. He was sounding a bit old. And also, now that he's gone, he has licensed his voice to Disney to use in further productions. So it provided a more youthful, vigorous-sounding James Earl Jones. And I think they also probably used it maybe with Luke Skywalker a little bit as well. More to where we're at sitting in the world, on YouTube, I've recently begun to see popping up where YouTube is using AI to generate automatically foreign language dubbing for videos. I think that's an interesting development as well. But what does this all mean for film? And bigger, more to the point of what everyone's saying. They're saying that, well, yes, this film should be disqualified. They should not be eligible for awards anymore because they used AI. But I think that's an overreaction. AI has been used for quite a long time now in various capacities in filmmaking. Right here on my very own computer, on my very own YouTube channel, I use DaVinci Resolve. DaVinci Resolve has various AI elements that they introduced a couple of years ago. So, AI is nothing new. It's become more of a buzzword, a hot topic, because we're seeing it used more dramatically in more dramatic fashion in various parts of our life. Most oftenly carrying around on our cell phones. All these search engines now have generative AI trying to help you along. How do I feel about this? I think if this were music we were talking about, and we were talking about live performances, I would feel a bit offended. I think that in the case of live performances that are recorded live, you want to have an authentic, or the most authentic version of the performance that you can. But film has never been live so much. Well, I mean, just live television, but film has always been a production. The film is made in the editing process, and I think that it is the work of hundreds of people using their best talents, combining them under the auspices of a director and producers, and trying to create the best possible experience in the finished product, in this painting that they make all together. They're trying to create the best possible version of that. It's not theater. It's not live music. I don't think there's as much of a expectation or a guarantee that it should be true to the performance as it was given on the day. Even if you go back 25 years now to The Phantom Menace, George Lucas was pulling characters out of different takes and moving them into the same shot to create the best version of the take for what it's worth. And they were doing that manually at that point mostly, and not really AI, but I think it speaks to the issue here where film is very much an ensemble work, and it's like a painting where many different paint brush strokes go into creating an overall appearance at the end of the day. And I think if any type of technology makes for the best viewing experience, I'm all for it. I think that said, I think they should be honest about what is done. I think this information should be readily available. I think, and it is here. We found out about this. So don't be trying to pull the wool over anyone's eyes, but at the same time, it's not that big of a deal in filmmaking so much. But that's my feelings. I think it's going to come to a head in a bigger way in the future. When somebody makes a blockbuster film and admits that, we had the computer wrote the script, or we use computers to completely create almost everything. I think that's a different issue. The first one to do it's going to be sort of a legend because of this, the experimental nature of it, but I think it'll become a slippery slope after that. But I'm okay with this. Just minor use with dialogue, with re-recording. Most dialogue is re-recorded anyway because sets are notoriously noisy. And of course, there's dubbing for both for languages, but also for effect. When the actor doesn't have the voice desired by the director for the character. Going back to Darth Vader once again, David Prowse was not giving his lines. Nobody seemed upset by the presence of James Earl Jones doing the voice. And I think that this slight adjustment of their pronunciations, I think, is perfectly fine. And I think that it's going to have various usages where, especially in the case of when when a film goes overseas into markets that don't have the language that it was shot in, I think it can create a better film-going experience for people around the world who maybe aren't going to do the subtitle thing, but I think they want to have the same experience that we did. We experience Star Wars, for example, or Lord of the Rings, or any of these great films. We experience them differently than people whose first language or their language isn't English at all. So I think you should keep that in mind, that in addition to slight adjustments like this, just to nudge it along, to make it more convincing, especially to Hungarian speakers, I think that it can create a better experience for everybody around the world and not just the home country of the film. And I think it opens up the possibility of we as Americans, I'm assuming you're an American, most of my viewers are American, think of the possibilities, all these foreign films that many of us have a hard time swallowing, but we will have a better opportunity to understand those films if we hear them in our own language and then see them through the eyes of foreign thinkers who have different experiences in life and in the world than we do as Americans. So that's it. I've rambled long enough. What do you think? Let us know in the comment section below, and I will see you again very, very soon.